No voting, Ben?
Akisa, not much has changed in terms of the no voting activity that we have been reporting in this part of Migori County, which, of course, as we have been reporting, enjoys close to fanatical support to the National Super Alliance and its leader Raila Odinga. We have been traversing several constituencies here in the county of Migori. We did traverse Suna East and Suna West, some of the polling stations there to see if there is any kind of voting. The polling stations have not been opened at Akisa until now. They are under lock and key. No activity whatsoever. No sign of any Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC officials. We're right now in Uriri constituency, Uriri sub-county of the county of Migori. And just a few meters from where I am is the sub-county office, where we understand election material has not left that particular place up until now. So there is no voting in this part of Migori County. The larger parts of Migori County, we have not been able to locate any IEBC official or any ballot materials at all whatsoever. So of course, we did go to Kuria in the morning. There was a bit of voting exercise there, low voter turnout. But here, actually where I am, there's a soccer and a football tournament ongoing. And they say, hawapigi kura, wanapiga mpira. And let me now speak, it's about to rain, Akisa, very quickly to the Member of Parliament for Uriri constituency, Mark Nyamita, to just tell us more about the state of affairs here. Mheshimiwa, thank you for joining us. What is the state of the electioneering process here in Uriri constituency and Migori County, in general? And also, Raila Odinga and NASA did call, tell their people not to come, not to go out to the streets, but to just remain calm. But we have seen, several youth in Migori County still, blocking the roads. What is your take on all this?
I think ever since I came here yesterday in the morning, in the afternoon, and I have gone down from Rongo to Migori. We were there this morning. I think our protesting, our staying away, our boycott from election is going on extremely smoothly. And I want to say we are smoothly and peacefully boycotting these elections. And for that reason, what we have seen in Migori when we are coming on the road, a few boys had barricaded the road, but whenever you come, they're very peaceful, they will let you pass. They just want to ensure that, the election materials are not going to any polling center. Like you said, just across here, we have our sub-county headquarters, where we understand the election materials are. The election officials who have been trained the whole week have boycotted this exercise. And the boycott is not because we have threatened them. The boycott is because they do not themselves believe in the process as it is. They do not want to take part in a process that is going to leave this country divided.
What's your take on the voter turnout in the Jubilee strongholds, from what you've been able to see?
I think it is also an indication. Uhuru Kenyatta should not force his people, even the ones they want to live in a country whereby we are brothers and sisters. So the low voter turnout, in fact, I will be surprised if the total vote count after these Jubilee nominations, as I call it, hits about 2.5 million at most. That means we are going to have close to 17 million voters who have actually not voted. So what we are saying, let them finish their nomination exercise, let the Jubilee get their presidential candidate. In 90 days, once we have had reforms in IEBC and the field is leveled, we will unleash our presidential candidate and we will go into this election. We also want to ask the police. I am personally here. I am talking to my people. They are very peaceful. We are asking the police, please do not incite our boys whenever they are by throwing unnecessary tear gas, by shooting in the air and trying to disperse crowds.
Right. Your coalition, NASA, has changed to, a resistance movement as announced by Raila Odinga. What would you tell your supporters, the plan going forward?
What I would want to tell my supporters and the country at large is that NASA coalition has changed itself into a resistance movement. The resistance movements worldwide, even in Africa, have taken over the government. We have seen what happened in Gambia. Even Museveni across led a national resistance movement and is now the president. We have seen in Rwanda, Paul Kagame is seated there. And we are saying the will of the people is greater than the greed of a few individuals sitting in State House. So what we want What we want to tell our people in no uncertain terms, we will maintain peace. We will be exercising, I can assure the Jubilee government at large, that the boycott has called on specific products will begin immediately. The second thing is that we are going to disobey. It's called civil disobedience, which is lawful protest, boycott of products, and many other actions as we are going to call them to action.
You don't think some of your supporters are going to suffer from this boycott of the products and all these plans?
Well, I know they're already suffering. My supporters are already suffering. A few might be affected. A few here and there might lose their jobs. But we are saying, what is the purpose? If anything, look at this government. The people from here, we only have probably 1 or 2 people working for the government. So we would rather the 2 suffer for the greater good of the bigger community. So later on, we can have many of us feeling that we belong to this country.
Final question, Mheshimiwa. What do you expect from the tallies from IEBC in the county of Migori? What do you expect to see after the end of today?
What I expect, and which is the actual truth, and you've been here and the media has covered, we expect the results from Migori County to read 0. In my local language, they call it no, 0. We expect 0. Nothing else.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's Uriri Member of Parliament, Mark Nyamita, and some of his supporters here in Uriri constituency in the county of Migori, giving us their views on what to expect. Of course, they're saying they expect nil tally from the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission at the end of the day. So, Akisa, not much voting in most of the constituencies in the county of Migori. We haven't seen any movement of election materials, no IEBC officials in sight for the better part of this county. We did report some voting in Kuria West and Kuria East, but that is a situation, of course. We shall be trying to locate the observers and some of the IEBC returning officers if they are willing to speak to us and just find out what is the way forward and what the day has brought to them.